Seems like a lot of people have been coming down with an upset stomach lately. I'll need to address that.
I got some chicky nugget and french fry. Yummy, yummy. Normally I would save any food that I got for when I go to work, but it's not the same reheated, you know?
Next on the agenda.
You really are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time, you scared Paimon half to death! No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Pyron, go take my grilled fish and put down the Adeptus Temptation now!
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Paimon talked with Sijwin the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nurse, and Paimon didn't notice anything unusual in the room. Are you sure we're not going off track with the infirmary?
No, there was a hidden panel. We should go back and look at it when she's not there.
Whoa, you really are super thorough. All those tiny little suspicious things that Paimon didn't even pick up on. We've got to give the info to Linny.
Yes, I need to see Linny. Linny. Look at me leaving little love notes for Linny. Oh, you good going, Lynette. Nobody even suspected that handoff. That was so smooth.
Today's the day. Let's go meet up with Linny.
Any day I can meet up with Linny is a good day. Oh, there he is!
Oh.
Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we
No.
just worked our shifts according to the schedule. Nothing weird happened.
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary.
Yeah, very
We've
good, very
taken a
good.
look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago. And as of last night, Lynette has also infiltrated the infirmary after faking an illness.
Wait, why is she getting involved as well?
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view that as something you did in exchange for Fremine's help, you've already done more than enough. Infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same faces over and over and reduce the amount of suspicion that will fall on any given person.
Smart.
Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremine returns. If everything went well, then she should be wrapping up her investigation right about now.
Is now really a good time to go over?
According to my observations, Sijwin always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch.
I knew we should go during
Lynette
this
knows
time.
this as well, so this should be a good time to meet up with her. Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an older brother to care about his younger sister's well-being.
Okay, then let's head over right away.
Oh, we gotta head to the infirmary in secret.
We're way behind
In
schedule.
secret, you say. You didn't see anything! Die! No witnesses. Just conspicuously leave a trail of bodies that don't leave. That was a fucking giant sword in the box. Look at all these prison shivs we're finding, man.
Lynette should be here right now. Huh. Strange. Lynette?
As expected, Zijwin isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make changes on the fly, she'd find a way to let me know. Unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for her. Who knows? Maybe she'll be back soon.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Yes, he is supposed to show up in the storyline. He came and gave us a personal tour of the fortress when we first got here. But it's like being in prison. You don't necessarily want the warden's attention. That usually means you've done something bad. Real bad. And I'm over here trying to figure out just how bad I need to be to get him to use those handcuffs on me, but not super serious.
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's been disguised that well.
Probably thought nobody'd be looking at it.
The space behind
Whoa.
it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is meant to be taken apart. There's probably a mechanism around here somewhere. Could Lynette have tried to get inside?
I
But
want
if
his
that's the case,
attention.
she would have contacted me for sure.
So Lynette's gone missing. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, it's not good.
Let's look around here for some more clues. Don't panic, just take another look.
Okay, okay, okay. He's definitely beginning to panic. Don't panic. He probably said that subconsciously more to himself than anything else. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, precious one. I'm not actively seeing anything unusual. Something is up there, but I can't read.
There are some books here and a few files. They all look like medical records. Advanced nursing, how to raise the spirit of your patients, a quick guide to the psychology of emotions, and the meaning of laughter. These sure are some interesting books. Who knew Zijwin would be interested in these kinds of things? She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it because she's a Melazine? Or does she have a need to understand her patient's emotional state?
Seems quite normal to me. These are skills that would come in handy for a nurse from time to time.
Now, I'm not exactly upset that Risley, this is how I've learned, I've been saying his name wrong, as well as spelling it wrong, generally. I'm not too upset that I'm not getting his attention right now. After all, Lenny is here. And I would pick Lenny over him. Cause, goddamn, Lenny. Maybe she's hiding under one of the beds?
None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in. Except that one over there.
Yeah, the pillow's
That's the one
crooked.
Lynette must have used, right? You said she was pretending to be sick.
She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally speaking, the head nurse would then ask her to lie down and rest, while she left to retrieve the medication.
So the medicine's not stored here, but where is it?
Which means either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when Lynette laid down up until she left the bed, or the nurse intentionally left it this way.
Oh. Oh no. Oh, he freaking out. He's having a panic attack. It's okay. Come here. I give you a hug. It's okay. It's okay.
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper over here.
A slip of paper?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too.
I
It reads,
was under there. There was something there.
"Respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message. You may consider this as me giving you my best regards."
This is...
Who?
Is that all?
Is there anything on the back?
The back. This is...
What is it?
Show me! Now!
What is it?
That look on your face. Paimon's reading it now.
What could it be? What could it be? Oh shit.
Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now? No. Could she have... Is she already...
She might have been. She's definitely found out. But by who?
Wriothesley. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also never reached out to us since.
Why would he choose to act during our second infiltration attempt instead of the first?
Yes, that is a crucial question. Wriothesley, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very beginning.
Oh?
You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Wriothesley. We're a completely different story, though.
Why didn't he go after you as well?
I'd like to know that, too. Why did he only go after her?
Oh, because he knew I liked you too much. And he was like, I better let my girl keep her plaything. That's what he did. That's why.
Don't panic. Just think everything over. I have to stay calm. This is not like what happened last time. The situation's different now. Wait, you're right. Wait, but that means...
What does that mean?
The fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds. Could Wriothesley have let him go as well?
It's possible.
What does he gain by letting Fremine leave like that?
Oh. Oh no, Lindy, this is a way to punish you by taking your siblings from you. Isn't it?
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, I'm sure of it.
Oh, my two boys gonna be fighting.
We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on our side. If Wriothesley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Oh, fuck. Oh,
Lenny's
fuck.
getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down.
Lindy, it's okay.
Don't
Gotta
be
calm
like
down.
This, Lenny. Fremine wouldn't have left if he hadn't told you about Childs.
Whoops.
That was our fault.
I didn't mean to hit my mouse.
No, I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team. I was the one who failed to protect them.
Let me accidentally put my scene back. Oops, there we go. Sorry.
I'll go talk to Wriothesley.
Oh, I want to be there to see that.
Reckless. Traveler, please talk some sense into him.
Oh.
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again. I have to go. I'll find a way to get them back.
Oh, he's panicking. Oh, he panicking hard. We gotta go with him. Oh.
Rushed out the door. After him.
Oh, he got all fucking buggy on those steps.
Right. I feel like like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
Oh?
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
No?
Is that so? Very well. Then please be mindful of the time.
Oh?
Huh?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop talking.
They knew.
Please help! She's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
So they were on to us.
Two. As expected, they've already found this place. Oh, they are quite sharp.
Yeah?
What a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also like playing dumb.
Oh.
I like the feeling of being trusted. Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic.
Oh my god, she
Just breathe
fucking
before you
played
begin.
us so hard. I didn't suspect her at all.
Being able to read human expressions is quite the useful skill.
God damn. Lenny!
It's no use. We have to catch up to him.
Lenny! Lenny!
He's already out of sight. How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Risley's office.
Oh, this is where his office is. Oh, you know, now I can see that it's his office with a giant fucking symbol of his name. Hello? After all this time, I never went to go pay him a visit. If I'd known that's where his office was, I definitely would have done it and gone in to bother him many times by now. Cutscene, cutscene.
Come out and face me, Risley!
Oh. Oh?
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the fortress's indoor management regulations?
Oh.
What did you do to my sister?
I
Oh.
ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some teas in my collection that can work wonders against such an illness.
Oh.
Stop joking around! Where did you take my siblings?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge the next second from another place altogether. Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if you were to turn your head.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his hands, and he's even in the mood for small talk. That means Lynette is probably still alive. You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start, so you deliberately aroused the Traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you'd be able to kidnap Lynette.
Oh, fuck.
As for Fremine, no, you probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go, so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks.
He's
There
gonna
was
be like,
no
what do you
need to
mean?
do so. The fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite easy to identify your colleagues.
Oh,
You
shit.
removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control, why would you need
Oh.
hostages?
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is not.
He's not. What do you really want?
Lenny!
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me.
Where are those two?
Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortress's finest tea. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. but he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he been taken into any kind of custody. So where do you think he may be right now?
I don't know.
You can't mean... You locked him outside in the sea?
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world. That's all.
Fremene's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
He doesn't have enough
We're
oxygen
still
forever.
here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating.
Oh.
Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meribee.
Oh, shit.
Regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity. Well, you got your wish.
I fucking love this man. I hate what he's doing to my boy and his siblings, but fuck this guy. God damn. That's hot. That's real hot.
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, look at those two next to each other. Small and large. God damn.
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you.
Oh.
I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that changed. Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremene is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea with me.
Oh.
You want to see Father? But why should she bother giving you an audience?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see why she would refuse.
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meribee? This place is basically a no man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harbinger like Father to come here in person.
Yeah, well, you might just lose a sibling.
So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina have already received many samples as gifts.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail her.
Well, then you might have
Really
less of a brother.
to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress's secret? Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you refuse...
Oh.
Linny!
Why do you have to do this?
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning, the Fatui has been actively infiltrating my fortress. I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk. Mr. Fremene left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how you look at it, the responsibility for this falls on you.
Oh, god dang.
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything because of us.
6,
You need to,
5,
Lenny. Or you're
Wait,
going...
2, 1. Time's up. It really is a shame, Mr. Linney.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon tea.
Can we not talk about this some more?
Listen to the Traveler! If you can't talk to Linny, can you at least talk to us?
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws.
Please spare Fremine and Lynette. I don't think he's going to do that, but you know.
Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you tell me a thing or two about what you found, I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly, and I'll agree to your request. Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
Keep working without any rest. During lunch hour of the 3rd hour, you find a portion of strange meat in your welfare mirror. Oh, fuck. Oh, which one was this?
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Sigewinne be doing during that time?
Okay, not that one. What's this?
The Fanta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand the value of coupons would spend them on Fanta.
But from what I've heard, Fanta tastes good.
We often see Miss Sigewinne observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. Seems like she can perceive the general state of a person's health just by looking at them. Fanta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. But the product has to undergo a trial because even Fanta's own employees have a lot of reservations about it. The research note said that the Melusine race perceives the world very differently from humans. Because of that, the Melusines have also developed a sense of aesthetics that appear rather strange and alien to humans.
Are you trying to market this new Fanta product to the Melusines? That might be why we might have seen that as strange meat, but that might have been very delicious to her looking. Maybe.
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fanta company sponsored it. The company must want a return on their investment as well. The research note said that the Melus...
I'm gonna put that in there.
Fanta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new
It's possible that I put them in the wrong order as well.
We often see Miss Sigewinne observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. Fanta's internal reports suggest... The Fanta promoter has been struck...
Nope.
I've been told that the infirmary is open. According to Collins, the pancreas... I've been told that the infirmary is always...
Fuck. Oh, 2 were right. I don't know which 2 were those. I'm not actually fully reading this.
The infirmary is always empty for the half hour just... The Fanta promoter has been struggling because he does... According to Collins, the pancreas...
And then this one?
Research note said that the Melus...
Oh my god. Fit down to a 50-50. Can I nail it?
I've been told that the infirmary is...
Oh my god. Is it... They're developing something for the Melusines.
So that's what's going on. Paimon understands it now.
I got it, but I can't fucking select these things for the life of me.
The hidden rule of the production zone. People are not supposed to work 3 days in a row, and if they do, they'll get strange meat in their welfare.
What are you wearing, Paimon?
At first we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared. But in reality, they were all prepared by Sijween, the head nurse.
Hi, Lord of Frost. How you doing? Lord Frost. Well, yeah, it works too, maybe. Depending. I forget, did you have something that you wanted me to call you last time? I can't really remember. My memory hasn't been too good these days. Right now, we're trying, to answer these questions correctly so that Riesly doesn't, leave one of his siblings outside of the fortress to drown. Eventually. Frost is fine. Gotcha. And, who knows what he's gonna do with Lynette? He hasn't said, but he's not giving her up. So we have to answer these questions correctly.
She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work.
Oh, so that's not a mysterious meet. That's supposed to be a Oh, I see.
For the workers' health, Sijween visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish for those who can use the stamina boost.
Yeah, it's been a long while, Tay. Very long while.
The best intentions with her surprise gift and doesn't want anyone to find out about what she does. However, unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world differently from humans, and their sense of aesthetics is even more alien to us. The recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals cannot taste the care within and usually just freak out.
It does look pretty bad.
Are we on the right track?
Have you thought about putting it in a shake? Blending it and putting it in a shake?
You've uncovered Sijween's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone unacknowledged. All right, now for my next question.
Oh.
There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight. Why is that?
It's not very sportsmanlike. Okay. Oh, God. Yeah, I got a bag with a container of blood, which is the most out-of-pocket thing that's happened in this game, I think. Alright, what are the information that I have to select in this?
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Sijween be doing during that time?
Oh, that's unrelated.
Fonta's internal reports suggest that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. But the product has to undergo a trial because even Fonta's own employees have a lot of reservations about it.
Where? Okay.
I often see Miss Sijween.
No, not that one.
The Fonta promoter has been struggling. The research note said that the Melus.
Nope.
According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place.
So that, then this one, and this one. Oh, I put them out of order, didn't I? Fuck.
Fonta's internal reports suggest that there's. The research note said that the
Nope.
The Fonta promoter has been struck.
There we go. Even my brain, they're all disjointed, but I know the things.
So there really was nothing to be afraid of.
Even when it took me all the turns to get the things right last time, I still said it out loud correctly.
On both boxers at the same time, and if they do, they'll receive a package containing a strange blood-colored liquid.
Yes, we did get that strange blood-colored liquid. I guess it was fruit punch.
People get
Who would have
scared
guessed?
when they see it because they've subconsciously begun to associate it with the missing boxer. But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named and packaged new Fonta trial product. A blood-red drink. It's no wonder even Fonta's own staff were questioning the company's decision-making. The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product on a smaller scale to see how it might be received by customers. They came to the fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the Pancration tournament so they could push their new product. But the Duke completely refused to even entertain the idea. The Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand their true value would bother buying a Fanta product here.
They might be good.
So, only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on two opposing sides of the same match were selected to receive the drinks.
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this mystery to light. Although, based on your description, that Fanta promoter is a bit too careless with his words. I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company. All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
They're boning.
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question.
Oh fuck, oh
The
fuck!
thought of sparing Lynette and Fremine never even crossed your mind!
Whoa, Lenny!
You'll pay for this!
Oh!
Ah!
Lenny, are you alright?
Oh my god, look at those two next to each other. Hang on, I'm just gonna... Don't mind me. Just, everything's fine.
Close one. I owe you, Sigewinne. That was a fantastic shot.
You don't know what he was gonna do.
It was nothing, Your Grace.
Sigewinne?
She fucking shot him with a
This
trank gun?
may look like a toy. It's actually fully functional, as I just demonstrated.
Sigewinne...
You are his accomplice in this after all!
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty. When Monsieur Nervulette asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here. I am merely discharging my duties.
But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us?
I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervulette told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. Had I not, they would be in far more dire straits right now. His Grace knows it too, right? Your Grace? Mind proving my innocence to them?
My dear Sigewinne, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just wait another minute or two?
Uh-oh.
It's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some sense into you.
What is happening?
What are you talking about? What time?
Take me if you want. But let them go.
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving any time now.
Oh?
I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Sigewinne, I leave Miss Lynette in your care.
You... What are you doing?
I believe I hear footsteps.
Huh? Who is it?
Some space, please.
Oh, hi.
Ah, Miss Clarande. My door.
Fremine!
Fremine... Fremine...
Yo, you just fucking threw that man.
What's going on? What is Clarande doing here?
I'll battle you to the death. I'll do it, lady.
Work.
It's fun.
Sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linney. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it easy in the meantime, though.
I'm sorry I shot you.
What happened to
That was just a
Fremine?
bit silly.
Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like this?
Did you bring him in sooner and just fucking dose him?
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have consumed primordial seawater.
What did you say?
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Fremine a more thorough checkup. Your Grace, I'll leave the rest to you.
I'll talk to Clarande while you get Fremine to where he needs to be. Everything else can wait.
How did he get into the primordial seawater? We've seen what it looks like. It looks like fucking floating thick Shelly. Hey. Oh. This is not good. He might be okay. I like his haircut. It's cute.
How is he?
Aww.
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Still, his condition is not critical.
Stop slurping shit that you just happened to find out in the wild. This is what happens. No, you're not supposed to do that. Also, I think he gets his taste in shorts from you, Linny.
Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now, and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more. Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a single clinic in the fortress, however.
Yeah, he's not in a good mood right now.
How would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress? How could that possibly happen?
Well,
Please, look after Mr. Fremine.
you might be able to get answers from
I'll
him.
go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh, I'll bring Miss Lynette back with me.
Where is she? How is she right now?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now. You might not believe me, but His Grace and I actually made some snacks and tea for her.
Oh. Alright, he's calmed down a bit. Oh, he just went through so much stress just now. The anxiety he must have been feeling when he thought his siblings were going to die. Oh, man.
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Sijui may have been forced to shoot Mr. Linny again. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time... well, you can see how that boy's doing.
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved two.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
What did he
Probably
do?
work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
That's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
Does she want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
That's what your hair looks like when it's wet.
Linny, are you okay?
I love Fremine's little freckles. They're so cute.
I'll be fine. They're all here now. Don't worry about me.
Are you sure? You don't look all right.
My hands and feet
No.
are still a bit weak, but that's probably just the residual effects of the tranquilizer shot.
Yeah, you did get fucking shot. Lynette! Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, Traveler, Paimon, you're here too.
Yep.
Fremine? Is he... He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me
Oh.
a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
That's not good.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
shit.
take him from this side. Lynette, together?
On it.
Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us?
Sure, we don't need to be here anymore.
The Duke and Clarande are gone.
Yeah, they walked out. Y'all didn't even fucking notice.
They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Clarande will need a break, since she only just returned from rescuing Fremine out of the sea.
I don't think he had any intention to really let them drown. But he needed them to think that he would. Anyway, I'm gonna snoop around his office. There they are. I'm snooping! I'm snooping! Oh no. Oh. I'm sitting in your chair. What are you gonna do about it? Mans does not care. Nice office, though. Look at all this desk space he got, and he keeps it so clean, too. Alright, let's have it load the rest of the map. I'm glad they didn't fucking kill them off. But I wonder what was actually down at that other end of those pipes. Something must have been there. To be perfectly honest, if we don't end up ever finding Child and he's just gone, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that ending. I would really like for him to stop appearing. Like, send a different Fatui, for the love of God. I don't even care if, like, the knave keeps showing up. I mean, you got 11 of those bitches. Stop sending just the one. More to it, stop sending the annoying one. I feel like he specifically has taken up a disproportionate amount of the story. And we're not even, like, in his country. This man just keeps appearing everywhere we go. If we were to Tisnaya, his home turf, I would understand. But he appearing everywhere I go. I can't get a break from this man. I would love it if characters from, like, Mondstadt kept popping up. I mean, I haven't seen those guys in so long. That's a comically long bed.
He's awake. Fremine, how do you feel?
Lynette.
We're all here.
Where am I?
The infirmary, at the Fortress of Meripede, Mr. Fremine. And you are no longer in any danger.
Fremine, what was outside?
How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
It's very important that you tell us what you saw outside, though.
Traveler. Paimon. It's been so long. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Oh?
Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it.
Oh?
Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
All right. Oh, cutscene? I want to know what was in what happened to you. It's very important because we're probably gonna have to go down there ourselves as well.
I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned.
Wow.
Where could Master Child be?
Oh, we're going to be Fremine. Forgot he's a Claymore user. Claymore ice user. Oh, oh, and now his oh. I love it. I believe I have him. Don't I? Oh, nope, we're technically in a domain. I can't look at my menu now, so that's fun. Alright, well. Random font papers? Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. I like that. Ooh.
This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it?
I don't know. Hey, yeah. Oh. Okay. Ah! Wait, man! For no reason, I just almost fucking fell. Rotate? Ah, okay. Door of Resurrection activated. What? I don't see those Doors of Resurrection anymore. I feel like they stopped putting them in the actual domain. It's like this triangle looking thing. Oh. Oh. I love abandoned, like, metalwork places like this, so I would absolutely love to just be chilling down in a place like this.
It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it.
Oh. Lower back down. Where am I trying to put this? Over there? Yeah, I think just rotate it once. I want to go through that door, correct? Yes. I see. There we go. Okay. Isn't this a very impractical outfit for somebody who does diving? Aren't you trying to, like, keep yourself from fucking freezing? Then again, he does have an ice vision, so maybe ice and cold doesn't affect him anymore. Ooh, ooh. don't see anything on the lip that I could collect. I don't want to miss anything. Ooh, what's in here?
This is where the water starts. Okay. Master Child probably dived into the water. I'll go take a look as well.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Ooh. Wow. Everything is so pretty. You know, whenever I'm underwater in pipes, I can't help but think of that one level in Ratchet and Clank.
Vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going in the right direction.
I guess he would know that, but I don't. That one level in Ratchet and Clank, in the first one where you're trying to get to Captain Quark's trailer, on Blackwater City, I think, was the planet. That's not very important. The point is you're going through a tunnel, but the only way to get through there is to open the door, and you let the water flood in, so you have to run as fast as you can, avoiding obstacles, to the other end to get out before you fucking suffocate. And I have died many times there, although I've also played the game many times. So, I don't die so often, but it's still stressful.
Here too.
Every time.
I need to keep going.
Never gonna forget that first time he drowned. That was fucking traumatizing.
Traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here.
It's just like how you feel.
Wait.
What?
What the? My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's going on?
Oh?
No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
Oh? It's almost, it had that same anxiety of, oh jeez. That same anxiety as when Sonic was starting to drown in that, you know what I mean?
I can't die here.
Oh jeez.
This is bad. I'm feeling worse and worse, and I'm still underwater. I have to push on.
Oh, there's Cloran. You got very lucky that she was there in time. But if somebody that's not from Fontaine goes down there, the primordial seawater doesn't have any effect on us. But he had a really bad time of it. Ooh.
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Child could have gone. But there was also no obvious place for him to have disappeared to.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going. I probably passed out some time after that, and you know the rest.
Miss Clarin.
Why weren't you wearing a diving helmet?
We also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress. Or why she went out to save you.
Miss Clorand, you say? I must go thank her in person.
You're not going anywhere.
You're still too weak for Monet. You can go after you've had some more rest.
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clorand will stay here as a guest for another few days, so there's no need to hurry.
A guest? Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to come down here?
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me.
I don't think he wasn't going to really let them die.
Wanna come with us, Liddy?
I don't think he wants to right now. You can
No,
stay.
please go on without me. I don't want to leave just yet.
It's okay, precious. It's okay.
Lenny,
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave. Both of you are just in danger.
I think you were just,
understood.
you know.
Then let's just sit together for a while.
In that case,
Aw.
I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now. As long as you stay in here, I don't think you'll be disturbed.
Thank you.
Oh, it's nice. I'm gonna talk to them.
I'm so sorry, Lenny.
I'm also really sorry, Lenny. I should have been more careful.
Yeah, you guys
Don't
stressed
say
him the
that.
fuck out.
It was all my fault. I was the one who should have been more careful. You two were nearly...
If I was stronger, maybe I would have already found Master Child.
No.
How can you say that?
Aw.
I'm sorry.
Aw.
What I'm hearing is, we all dropped the ball at some point during the mission. So the responsibility falls on all of us. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yep, yep.
It's on all of us.
Lenny, we understand that you're worried about us, but we're worried about you as well. Please don't blame yourself. We want you to keep your spirits up.
Yeah.
No. I'm so glad they're okay. Alright. Alright, Duke man. What's going on? What was all that shit about, huh? Huh? I feel like this is the kind of door where if I went to kick it open, I would just hit the door and it would hurt my leg.
Excuse me.
Oh, she's so cute.
I take it Mr. Fremonet's condition has stabilized?
Yes.
Of course. I wouldn't have left the infirmary otherwise.
I've been expecting those two, but might I inquire as to the purpose of your visit, Miss Siegeween?
I wanted to check up on Miss Clorand. How are you feeling?
Mostly fine, I think.
That's good.
If you don't mind, I'd like to perform another quick physical exam. It'll just take a few minutes.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for looking out for me. I'll take my leave for now, then.
Well, want to explain yourself, Risley?
Explain yourself.
Of course, but I'm not partial to the word choice of explain. How about enlighten?
Well, please enlighten us as much as you'd like.
But where should I begin? How about you start by asking me any questions you have? You can start with whichever one you'd like to get answered the most.
Alright, the fuck? What's wrong with you?
We'll begin. Did you know about Lenny's goals from the very beginning?
No. I just knew they were Fatui operatives sent to the fortress by the Knave. As for their specific goals, I only figured those out as you made progress on your investigation.
You managed to monitor and stay ahead of them even though you didn't know what they were trying to do?
Dang.
They came here with ulterior
smart.
motives. I'm quite adept at discerning what that kind of behavior signals.
Oh.
Initially, I thought their goal was just to investigate Child's disappearance. Linny suggested that I had deliberately let him escape, but in truth, I didn't really do anything special to help or hinder him while he was here. Everything he did, from finding helpers to leaving this place, he did on his own. Of course, it's inevitable that the Knave would make a big deal out of her fellow Harbinger's unexplained disappearance.
Uh-huh.
I'm also quite curious about where that Harbinger went. So I figured I might as well let the Fatui do their own investigative work. All I care about is the answer.
This guy.
You were hoping Linny's group would just do your work for you.
You make it sound like that's a bad thing. Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. I assume that Fremine has told you already, the ratio of primordial seawater around the fortress of Meripede is on the rise.
Yeah,
The Forbidden
what's up with
Zone
that?
has always been Linny's target, and you got roped into that investigation after running into him. I began to intervene out of concern for your safety, and also to prevent the fortress from becoming entangled in more irksome matters.
Are the rumors true?
You got a
that you're
weird-
also a former criminal?
Water situation.
Now, why would you put it like that? Isn't staying here all day and serving as the manager of the fortress a kind of sentence unto itself? Another form of prison?
Uh-huh.
I just happen to have some support from the rest of the inmates. That's all.
Oh, right. Paimon wanted to ask, who invited Cloran down here?
Me, of course. I paid her good mora to come down to the fortress for some field work.
Ah.
As a champion duelist, Miss Cloran could be considered to be an independent party. I needed to find an exceptionally capable person to help me get through the impending crisis.
And saving
Okay.
Fremine was part of that crisis?
You
Well-
can think of it like that, yes. Credit where credit is due, that boy is quite adept at diving. Had conditions not been as hostile as they were, he probably would have found the missing Harbinger already.
The Forbidden Zone really exists, huh?
That's not something you should be asking after. Neuvillette only asked you to investigate Child's whereabouts.
What if he's in the
All I need to
Forbidden
prove to
Zone?
you is that the Forbidden Zone had nothing to do with the Harbinger's disappearance. That should be clear now that you've spoken to Fremine.
But we've already uncovered that there's something wrong with the infirmary, and we've answered a bunch of questions that you threw at us. Isn't it about time that you answer our last question in return?
You make a compelling case. Do you really want to know the answer that badly?
Yes.
Yeah, Paimon really wants to know.
Even if the truth may not be pleasant?
Yes.
Follow me.
Okay. Oh.
There's a hidden door here? And a whole basement behind it? Huh. You're pretty good at hiding stuff, Risley.
Yeah.
It seems you've forgotten just what kind of place the Fortress of Meripede is.
Ooh, what's in the hidden staircase?
Stand on the central plate.
Wait, is there a secret mechanism or... Whoa!
Okay.
So, this is the Forbidden Zone? Honestly, for a place so well hidden, Paimon sure doesn't see anything special. What a huge door!
There are 3 such isolation gates in total. Generally speaking, I'm the only one who's allowed to go inside. Hence the name Forbidden Zone.
Oh.
Am I correct to assume you're going to run on back and tell your little Fatui friends everything?
Well, Paimon wasn't thinking of keeping anything from them.
Well, I'd advise you wait until you've seen the whole truth of this place for yourself before deciding whether or not to tell them.
Yeah, that implies they might be doing something. Okay.
Huh. So there's a switch on the side.
Stand back.
Whoa. They all just went up one by one.
Go on, have a look.
There's something in the room. I need to know what's in there. What's in the room? Device in the middle of the room?
I've been interested in what lies beyond that gate ever since I assumed leadership of the Fortress of Meripede. Of course, it would be unwise to recklessly open it, but it'd also be risky and negligent to simply ignore any potential danger that could be behind it. The readings on that dashboard have not budged since the day when I first laid eyes on this place. But over the past year, the needle has crept upwards from its original position, likely because some parameter it's been tracking has changed, if only infinitesimally. Normally, I would have ignored it, but I happened to have some free time when I noticed it, so I investigated. Any guesses what the reading could be tracking?
The primordial sea concentration.
Very reasonable guesses. I've considered both of those as well. Unfortunately, our dashboard is tracking something less ordinary. The temperature should vary with weather and climate changes, so for something that rarely shifts, the water pressure is more likely. We ran a few tests to increase the pressure from the outside, but the readings didn't change at all.
Okay.
Later on, a few more possibilities occurred to me, such as a potential connection with the primordial sea. I began to make a few preparations based on that hypothesis. Over the past few days, the needle has moved again. With that, and the symptoms that Fremine displayed after leaving the fortress, I can now confidently conclude that the readings represent the concentration of primordial seawater in the seawater nearby.
Oh.
The concentration of primordial seawater? But we're already under the sea!
And that is precisely the problem. We're at the bottom of the sea, and now we're surrounded by toxic seawater. Somehow, primordial seawater got mixed in, and the concentration is steadily rising.
Oh no. How do we get that out of there?
Yes, that's very likely.
But forget about the two of us. Not even Neuvillette knows where the primordial sea could be, much less where we could find and plug a leak. Oh. Oh!
Seems like you've figured it out.
Oh.
I believe the primordial sea lies directly beneath this sluice gate. For some reason, the primordial seawater levels have risen significantly, and it's now very close to us. The indicators are now red. Although the gate still stands, some primordial seawater has already leaked out and mixed into the sea around us. If this continues, soon it will no longer be able to hold back the primordial sea at all.
This gate fails, all of Fontaine will fall with it.
Yeah, you know what the legends say. If this place falls, then everyone in Fontaine will be turned into puddles in the span of a night.
Oh, jeez.
But that's just too weird! Why would the Fortress of Meripede be built right above a sluice gate for the primordial sea? Who built this place anyway?
I probably don't remember.
Your expression tells me you think this might be part of a vast, complicated conspiracy. To be honest, you might find the actual answer may be exceedingly boring.
It's
Just
convenient.
that the secret of the Forbidden Zone had been long forgotten by the nation before I rediscovered it with my research. There's no single founder of the Fortress of Meripede in any traditional sense. What we know about its history has been left to us by the people who used to live here. When the previous Hydro Archon Egeria ruled the land, all convicted criminals from Fontaine were exiled. The people drove the criminals away like a wolf pack chasing away the banished.
Oh.
The criminals received no sympathy of any kind from the people. They were exiled to the desolate seaside, where they experienced only pain, struggle, and the bone-chilling cold. Some of them began to repent and prayed to the Hydro Archon, asking if there was still anything they could do. The Hydro Archon took pity on them and said, "You may go guard my secret, deep underneath the waves." And so, leaning on the power of the Hydro Archon, they gathered underneath the sea and began to build a fortress. They became a community down there in the deeps, and over the years helped it to grow. As the number of exiles increased, more and more people joined the community. When the first group of exiles died, they left the yet unfinished fortress to their successors. The Hydro Archon continued to lend her support, allowing the fortress and what it stood for to continue growing ever larger. Before long, this dark underwater fortress became the Sinner's only home. And with that, the people here stopped referring to the fortress as a prison. They saw themselves as repenting sinners who would regain their freedom once they had sufficiently redeemed themselves.
Okay.
But as time went on, people also realized that the fortress was a lonely place. Once they had gotten used to life here, they could no longer feel comfortable living in the overworld. Once they had finished serving their sentences, some people left and some others chose to stay. They'd find some idle position and let their withered souls fade away with the ancient secrets of the past. After many, many centuries, few people still remember the reason for the fortress's founding. Now they just see it as an integral pillar of Fontanian society, as the place where criminals deserve to be sent.
Oh, that's
Now
not good.
and again, researchers manage to break one law or another and live out their days in the fortress. I learned all this from an elderly historian. Everyone else just thought he'd made it all up.
But now you know
Crazy.
every part of that history is true.
Indeed. It's just as the prophecy says. If this gate fails, then everyone will be dissolved into the sea. To be frank, not really. But sadly, that hasn't stopped this prophecy from proving all too accurate. Prophecies are troublesome things. Just hearing one will create the first wave of panic. Seeing signs of it will bring about the second, and actually witnessing it in real time, the third. Let's go somewhere else. I want to show you something.
You should open that. I want to go in it. I want to taste what the primordial seawater tastes like. It looks like it would taste delicious and like berries for some reason.
This is it.
Your Grace, perfect timing. The results from our last round of experiments have...
Wait, Jurier, he's not alone.
Yeah, we know.
Huh? Lorvine and Jurier?
Oh, so you're not boning.
No need to panic, you two. I've already told them about our plan.
What? After you warned us not to tell a single soul about any of this?
I'm skeptical as well. Are you sure they are trustworthy?
I've saved several nations by now.
The results
Calm down.
speak for themselves, don't they? These two may already know more than you could ever imagine.
Yeah.
All right,
We're just
then,
that good.
If Your Grace insists.
They seem harmless enough, so I'll trust them for now.
Well, how about some reintroductions? This is Jurier, one of the highest-ranked researchers from the Fontaine Research Institute. He used to work under Edwin. I trust that you've heard of Edwin?
Ed who?
He's the one who blew the whole institute sky high.
Oh, that
Everyone
dude.
knew he was a bit crooked in the head, but you're not a local, so I guess it's possible for you not to have heard of him.
Edwin's main areas of research were archaeum and gravimeters. As his assistant, Jurier is quite familiar with them as well. I hired him to be my technical consultant.
Okay.
You want to blow up the fortress of Meripede?
What a lovely idea. I'm already imagining it in my head.
I don't think so.
Gotta admit, I'm tempted as well.
Guys,
No.
focus! Focus!
They're not trying to blow it up.
That taskmaster over there is Miss Lorvine, and is also one of my technical consultants. While Jurier used to be Edwin's assistant, she used to be Jurier's assistant.
Ooh, are they together?
Yeah, actually, are you together?
See, everyone keeps asking this question. Are you too sure you're not a couple and just using your work as a convenient cover?
Your Grace, I am not in a relationship with this man.
If I dated her, I'd officially be madder than Edwin.
Oh, you know they want to.
Forget I said anything then. Follow me.
Whoa, there's another door that goes right up.
Ooh.
Your constant amazement makes it seem like the fortress can do anything.
Can't it?
But Paimon really thinks everything's super cool.
This is not just a normal room.
Well, let's spice it up a bit.
Ooh.
And here you go.
This is...
What a huge ship! This is also a production zone that Paimon's never seen before. What's going on?
Yeah, and
How much do
who's
you know
working
about
here?
Fontanian history?
Were you building a fucking ark?
Not much at all.
Well, then maybe you haven't heard the story of ancient Lemuria. To give you a quick rundown, Fontaine used to be ruled by the Lemurian dynasty.
Huh?
According to legend, the Lemurian king Remus came to this land after being inspired by divine revelation and found the seer Sibila, who had taken on the form of a golden bee. Taking the golden bee with him and riding on a huge ship, the
What is
Fortuna,
going
he created
on?
his nation above the surging waves. He called his nation Lemuria and used the Fortuna to incessantly search for new tribes and islands, calling on them to join his empire.
Okay.
There's a ship in this story too?
Where there's water, there'll be ships. People believe that hope can always be found at the end of a voyage.
Do you believe that too?
To a point, I think. As you've already seen, I have a whole factory's worth of labor, materials, and technology at my disposal. Certainly can't hurt to give it a try. So the moment I began to speculate that the primordial sea might lie underneath the gate, I also began this project.
Were you inspired by the legendary Fortuna?
Maybe. Fontanians need something to hold on to cope with the impending disaster.
Can't you share your plan with everyone?
Were the workers to find out the truth behind this ship, riots would destroy the fortress faster than any catastrophe. As the fortress's administrator, I'd never make such a reckless call. All right, that's enough talking for now. I'll need another 3 cups of tea to soothe my throat. Do you have any other questions?
Yes.
Seems like you're good. Come on, I'll take you back.
Interesting.
I'll leave you here for now.
Oh, thank you so much.
No worries. But don't forget, it's up to you whether or not you want to share what you just saw. What you do from here on out will likely affect those 3 as well.
Yeah, we'll put a lot of thought into it for sure.
Great.
Oh.
I look forward to what happens next.
We're back!
Welcome back. Do you want a cup of tea?
How can you be so much like Risley, always drinking tea?
Huh. Actually, now that you mention it, I just remembered something now. While I was sedated, I could still barely hear 2 people talking next to me. They were discussing everything, from the leaves to the water and even the teacups themselves.
Must have been Risley and Sijun.
Yeah, I heard one male voice and one female, so it should have been the two of them. They really were just talking about brewing tea.
I really can't make sense of this place.
So, Traveler, Paimon, were you able to learn anything from Risley?
He explained everything.
Very well. Then, would you mind checking your answers against my speculations?
Feeling better now, Lenny?
I took the time to rest, so I'm feeling a lot more relaxed now.
That's good.
Nobody else is around, and Miss Sijun is also busy with something or other. So let's just talk here.
All right, then I'll posit my theories. I asked myself 3 questions. Firstly, why was Fremine affected by the primordial seawater? It was because he dove into the sea. My theory is, the long-lost primordial sea is probably very close to the fortress of Meropide.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, he's good. He got that right on the first try.
Damn.
That's our Lenny.
Secondly, Risley's attitude changed dramatically during the course of our stay here. He ignored us completely at first, then suddenly roadblocked us. Why? I spent quite a long time thinking about this. If he has been monitoring the Fatui since the very beginning, he probably ignored us at first because he was hoping we could find Master Child for him. What's more, the Fortress of Meropide is not part of Fontaine's court system, nor does it report to Udex Nervulet. Risley is basically the king of a no-man's land. As long as the fortress doesn't do anything about Master Child's disappearance, Father can use it to pressure the Fontaine authorities. And while the two factions are pitted against each other, Risley will be free to move between the parties of interest. If I had to guess, he probably has something that he's working on himself. It's likely related to the secret of the infirmary, but I just can't think of what it could be.
Oh,
You're super smart.
he is.
Thanks so much. Then finally, there's the last question. If Risley does have a plan, what could it be? All I know for now is that his plan probably has something to do with the changing nature of the seawater. He's even gotten Cloran to help him out. That can't be the full extent of what he's doing. There's probably a secret passageway behind the block in the infirmary, and there's something big in the fortress that most people here never get to see. He has a bargaining chip, and it could be important enough for Father to deal with him directly. I don't have enough information, so I have no idea what his chip might be. But let me guess. You have the last piece of the puzzle.
I can't believe it.
Uh-huh. It's here, baby.
Mercy will engulf everyone. Just like the prophecy said.
But
Could
why?
Risley have wanted to meet Father to figure out a way to deal with this crisis? If you remember, I once mentioned that Father sees the House of the Hearth as her base of operations, and she truly wants to resolve the crisis. But how could Risley have known that?
Or perhaps he didn't know and just wanted to bring Father over to his side, which could be why he said he just wanted to negotiate.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I understand your concerns as well, Traveler. I'll figure out a way to pass this on to our father. No matter what, we're on your side.
Very good.
The two of you have already aided us far too much. We probably wouldn't be standing here right now if not for you. If you ever need anything else going forward, please come to the House of the Hearth at any time. Though you may not share the sentiment, after all that we've gone through together, the three of us basically see you as family now.
You have my gratitude.
Thank you for protecting Lenny when it really mattered. And thank you for sharing the secrets of the fortress with us. We didn't think you were going to do it.
Why are you being so formal all of a sudden?
Don't mention it. Shut up, Paimon.
Paimon's hungry.
Oh, you've done so much already. Go get some food.
We don't need
I'll
food.
catch you guys another time.
Alright, let's go to the cafeteria, see what's going on. Oh, cutscene.
It's time for dinner. Welfare meals now being served in the coupon cafeteria.
Come on, let's go pick up ours as well.
Traveler and Paimon, over here.
What?
Are you here for dinner too, Miss Sijwin?
Sijwin.
And I'm taking the opportunity to prepare Miss Cloran's dinner as well.
Huh. You're right. She's actually sitting in the fortress cafeteria.
Why wouldn't she be? We could choose.
You can. I've already talked to our chef, Mr. Wolsey. It's all on me today, so you can get whatever you'd like.
I'll have the tastiest stuff you have to offer.
Don't forget Paimon.
No problem. Just leave it to me.
It might look a bit odd. Oh? Nutritious drinks. Okay.
So delicious.
Amazing.
I'm so happy Paimon wants to feast like this every day.
Nope, I accidentally stopped it.
Yet? How's the food?
It's good. Why? What'd you do to it?
Delicious.
I'm so glad to see you all so happy. Oh, see, the expression on your face just now? The muscle here just moved, which suggests that you're feeling quite relaxed at the moment.
Ah.
Sijwin, do you do this to help your patients or to better understand human beings?
Could be both.
Bit of both, I suppose. I'm a Melazine, which means I'm very different from human beings. I must know what you're thinking if I want to take good care of you.
You're really good at taking care of people. Even though you're so short, you still talk and act like an older sister.
She's just short.
Really? You're reminded of an older sister? That's great to hear.
Oh, and what did you mean back in
She
Radcliffe's
just short.
office? When you said that you were protecting Linny and his siblings as well.
Oh, that. I just asked His Grace to look out for those children, especially that diver boy. I was getting a bit worried after hearing that something was wrong with the water. Thankfully, Clorand is very strong and managed to save him in the nick of time. His Grace also sealed the pipes after Clorand left, to make sure that Linny wouldn't impulsively chase after his brother. Although the path was blocked, we still stationed some guards there to stop anyone from approaching. They were instructed to only open the door once Miss Clorand had returned. Oh, and I was keeping an eye on Mr. Linny as well. We had to press him, but we couldn't allow him to be in any real danger.
You were all super considerate and really thought everything through.
It's just what we do down here at the fortress. At least this has been His Grace's style for as long as he's been the leader. Oh, I really wish Monsieur Nervula would come down here more often too. I feel like he'd like it here, with all the darkness and chaos. Get a good night's rest, you two. You both worked very hard.
Nope. Because I can't do anything but go and rest now. We go talk to her and then we can end for the night.
Clorand!
Hi.
It's you two.
How's dinner?
It's all right. Miss Sijwin really put in a lot of effort.
So we heard that Risley invited you to come down to help, and you saved Fremine too. You sure work super fast.
Oh, it was child's play.
Still, Paimon didn't know even champion duelists could take on side jobs. Oh, and why aren't you eating with Sigewinne and the Duke? Won't you get bored eating by yourself?
I think she likes the quiet.
Miss Sigewinne was with you, and the Duke has business of his own.
Actually, didn't Navia say that you went out for dinner with her as well?
Yeah, how did that go?
Yeah. First time in a long time.
First time in a long time? So you mean you've gone out to dinner with her in the past?
Probably a lot.
Past. Yes.
Weren't they friends?
You seem to be enjoying yourselves here.
It was technically a work trip for us too.
Things will be getting messy at the fortress soon. Don't run around unnecessarily.
Interesting. I'll just sit in front of this for a bit.